I'm a little more excited than usual today to talk about money and investing in finance because it's of my one and only true, let's call it investment love, cryptocurrency. Now, it's not to say that I don't enjoy everything else, but I just find that there's so much more potential in cryptocurrency at the moment than there is in many other investments. I would not have been saying this back in 2018 when crypto went on a massive dive. But I see the potential in the majors and other smaller altcoins that you can get into and make pretty good gains in the coming years. Now, with that said, this is not financial advice. Read the description down below for all of the disclaimers and whatnot. You should know that by now. Watching some guy on YouTube talk about money and finance is not financial advice. Do your own research. So we are going to talk about cryptocurrencies today and how you can get into them if you choose to, the possibilities and potentials to earn good passive income on an annual basis from them. So if that's something that you are interested in, then be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and like the video up. We not only talk about cryptocurrencies here, but of course ASX stocks, which the channel has got a lot of content on. So check those out after this video. And also another one of my loves, I know I've got many of them in the finance space, property, the property cycle. And I look at specifically the 18.6 year property cycle. Now I get into that very briefly, but I'm going to do a lot more live streams on YouTube about that. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon so you know when I'm going live on those subjects. Now let's try and get this video to 250 likes for the YouTube algorithm. You guys have been fantastic lately with my ASX content. So I want to bring this to you because it's just something I love. I'm into it. I think there are huge potentials with it. And I don't only just want to talk about ASX stocks. When I see there's a good opportunity somewhere, that's what I want to talk about. I don't get any kickbacks from Bitcoin itself or Ethereum. There's no one in the background paying me from those guys. But I will mention I do have affiliates for other companies who are in the space and using the products. And I'm also mentioning some of those products today. One in particular is Crypto.com. It's an app that you can get on your phone. You can use their exchange on the website. This is one of the primary easiest ways I've seen for people to get into cryptocurrency and earn passive income. Now, if the thought of cryptocurrency is just too crazy, is too much volatility, then I can offer a suggestion to look at stable coins, which are basically your US dollar, Aussie dollar, pound, euro, all those sorts of things that you can purchase, which are basically cryptocurrency equivalents of these currencies. Before I get into the charts, I'll mention Crypto.com, which is the app I'm talking about. I've got a link in the description down below. I have said that's an affiliate link. If you sign up for that and stake 1,000 of their CRO token, which at the moment is approximately 200 Aussie dollars or 150 US, if you stake that, you'll get 50 US dollars and I'll also get 50 US dollars on my side. I've done this before and it works very well. I've been using the app for about 2 years now. I think just a little bit shorter than that, but there has not been any problems with it. The support is fantastic and the interest is paid out on a weekly basis. So you can stake stable coins, cryptocurrencies, and other commodities which are just starting to come out now, like gold. There are gold cryptocurrencies, which makes it so much easier to get into commodities like gold without having to go through the purchasing of the physical asset and storing it and going through all of those costs. But I'll talk about that in later videos, talking specifically about stuff like Perth Mint gold token. As for the Crypto.com site, there is a debit card that you can also get with that, and you just need to stake a few CRO for it, 1,000 to get the ruby red, about 10,000 to get this one, and you don't have to stake anything at all just to get the basic plastic card. This one's actually metal. You do get other stuff on there, other features like free Spotify, free Netflix, airport lounge access when most of the airports are open again. And if you stake using one of these cards, you can get higher percentage rates on your returns. So you can get up to 12% on stable coins. Essentially, if you were to put in 1,000 Aussie bucks onto the platform, you'd be getting up to 12% per annum on that $1,000. Now, it's not a scam, it's just a marketing strategy that they're using in the early days of the company. As the space grows, and I guess when they gain more market share, they have the opportunity to lower those rates. So right now the going's quite good, but I foresee them dropping those rates in the future. So I'm choosing to use it now. So the link is in the description down below. If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, it's a very straightforward process to sign up, get your card, and get staking on that platform. Of course, like with anything in the space, and I know I harp on about it, there are risks associated with using centralized finance. So don't go and put your life savings on these sorts of things. Now, I know that was quite a long intro. I guess I'm just introducing people again to the broader space of cryptocurrency. I do have timestamps to everything in the description as always, so go and check those out. But for now, let's go and jump into the charts and check out the major cryptocurrencies and what I think is happening on them right now. Earlier in the video, I mentioned stablecoins, so I thought I'd give you a quick explanation here from Investopedia. Stablecoin is a new class of cryptocurrency that attempts to offer price stability and are backed by a reserve asset. So your USDT, which is the US dollar tether, the cryptocurrency that tries to mimic the price of the USD, is in most cases backed by the physical US dollar. Now they still have to do their audits on it, so be sure to check those out with whichever stablecoin you choose to invest in. I also mentioned gold, and you can see here that they use Perth Mint gold token on several of the cryptocurrency exchanges, and I'll do a video on this a little bit later on because there is a gold token coming out within Australian exchanges, cryptocurrency exchanges. So I just thought I would show this now because it basically mimics the price of the physical gold, but with a lot less fees to get in and out of. So let's move on to what you've all come here for, and we're going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and where I see them currently in the market. Now we move over to Bitcoin. Oh, just before I do, this is tradingview.com, free version, ads everywhere. Link is in the description. Bitcoin. Now I've got plenty of lines on this chart, just moving my face out of the way so you can see all the little buttons that I'm clicking here. And I've got on a log chart, and basically that just gives us a bit more room on this chart to see all of the price action. So right now I see Bitcoin as a very good place to buy. This is all with the disclaimer of not financial advice. This is just the way I see the market. Now looking at Bitcoin closer up, we can see that it's broken through this bear market trend which came in from the top of December 2017, just projecting a trend line to the top of June 2019, and it's also had another hit here in June 2020 before breaking through on reasonable volume. Now look at the month before, that volume was a little bit higher than the month that it broke out, but to me that's a bullish sign because we didn't see a lower low and the sellers just could not push the market down. It reversed, a lot of buyers have got in, and now we're seeing it sit above the old highs. We've also got a trend line from the bottom drawn from the previous low in January 2019 to the close of the COVID crash. Now this was like a freak event and the market quickly recovered from that point. If we were buying under 6,500 or 6,400 that I've got here on the side, that is a major area of awesome averaging in. Now what else do I see for Bitcoin? I see this beautiful uptrend of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months up, 1 month down. This is perfect in my opinion. From the times that I've been trading, this is what I want to see when we are in a good solid uptrend. We've seen fantastic volume on these two bars to get us out of the low. We've seen a slight pause to see if the sellers could come in. Maybe some people are taking profits, and then we've seen it push on yet again with no lows being broken. But at some point, the lows generally are broken. Nothing goes on forever. And I think this is just a beautiful little ABC setup. From here, I think we could probably see just a little bit of time to play out, a few weeks, few days, probably more than a few days actually, but yeah, a few weeks, maybe a month or so before we start to head higher again and push through these old tops at around 12,500. The next level of resistance is that top at nearly 14,000, and above that is obvious, the old all-time high of 20. I think this could happen within this year, not to break this high, but at least get above the 12.5 and probably the 14, I think, by the end of the year. Either way, I think the market is going to be higher in the near term. And so I just see this as a beautiful entry point. Even if it went down another month, I just see that as another area of buying in before we see a break of these highs. Now, I've got a little price prediction on this one as well. This is all for the HOPIUM, all for the fun of it. Don't take it as gospel. But essentially what I've done here is connect the lows to the high and the high to the high and get a price range, a price increase in a percentage. So the top to the top, 1600%. This was the old bull market high. So if I scroll out, you'll get a better picture of just how crazy this market was through 2013. Unfortunately, I wasn't involved in it in 2013. I came in I heard about it late 2016 and stupidly only got in early 2017, but not a bad area. So this took off through 2012 to 2013. You had a bottom to a top of 52,000%. Yes, 52,000%. So when you guys are going on about penny stocks and micro caps that you want to explode, maybe they're the gains you're looking for, but this was early days on Bitcoin. I don't think we'll see that again from a bottom to a top. What we saw last time was a 1,600% from the top to the top and a 12,800% from the bottom to that top. Now, this is where the HOPIUM comes in, and this is what I'm using here. I'm only using a halfway point of these percentages. So top to top, 800%. If we got an 800% from this top, and then I've also got the bottom, using the bottom to the next potential top, 12,800. So I'm going to halve that and say it's 6,400. These are the figures that come out. So I've got to hit this on log, scroll this chart right in, move my head again. So sorry about that. Throw that down there. And you will see that the price comes out at 177,000 US dollars per Bitcoin, or $203,000 per Bitcoin. So with an average point of around $190,000 per Bitcoin. Now, these are just the simple calculators for that. There's the bottom, the current bottom, plus 12,000%. So half of that's 6,400. There you go, 203,000. There is the top plus the 1,600% and the top plus 800%, so 177. So all I've done is just put those together, divide by 2, 190,000. I think we could see somewhere in the mid hundreds. That's where I've got my eyes on for potential top or craziness. These just looking at some old figures, and it's possible. It's just HOPIUM, really. If anyone tells you they know the price of where Bitcoin will end up, obviously lying. Like you can't tell that. There's as much forecasting we can do, but you just don't know where that is going to end up. So moving on to Ethereum, and what we've got here is a similar sort of structure, except we're far further down the climb to the all-time high. Now it's got a similar pattern that we've seen it just rise and rise and rise over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe in 6-ish months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So say 5.5 months it's been rising without a lower bottom. But we just saw the month of September break the month of August's low. This is another great setup in my trading plan. I've got high volume on these 2 months on the breakouts. It broke all of these tops around 220, higher volume than the previous month. It then went on again, extra high volume on this next breakout of the old top here, and that was around $360 odd. Now we've come back and hit some old levels, which would be resistance, and that's why we're seeing a bit of a pullback. Probably a lot of people buying in this zone as the market crashed through 2018, thinking that this is another bottom and we're going to shoot up again, but it didn't happen. And maybe some of them have held out this whole time and are just happy to get back to break even. That's usually what happens when you're reading these sorts of bars. It could also be people that are bought in and just seeing like a nice double on their money or 4 times on their money from these lows at 100-ish or $80, and they just want to take some profits. That's all normal in the game, that you're not going to go broke taking profits. What else do I see on here? Broke bear market trend. So this is what this pink line is. That held us down for some time. Huge volume on that COVID month, which was March. And I'll just move this chart up so you can see the volume. That was one of the biggest months of volume that we've seen on Ethereum ever, at least on Coinbase. And after that, it's currently retesting the highs. Highest monthly close since 2018. So looking at August, that closed at $433, and it's pretty much, yeah, all the way back to August 2018, has not closed lower than that. Decreased volume on declines. So red the declining months basically, and so those months have all declined in comparison to the months that have gone up next to them. So these months are up. Yes, that month is down, but it basically reversed very, very quickly, and that was the COVID month. There was a lot of scare, there was a lot of fear in the media. So you can expect that on one of those months, and that's actually a fantastic reversal sign of a high volume down month, and then quickly followed by a reversal. So following that, we got rejected at previous resistance, 450, that's where we're at. Market is in a solid uptrend. That's another strong sign. And for me, it's a buy signal because we've gone up and a little reversal. Loading up here, I think, is going to show huge returns in the future. I think I'll leave it for another video to do some more HOPIUM price forecasts. But for now, I'll leave Ethereum basically there, just with some notes about the strong versus the weak signs that I see on the chart for the monthly chart of Ethereum. So there's my update for Ethereum and Bitcoin. I hope you're enjoying this webcam version of me. I'll wrap it up there because this video has been really long, but I wanted to fill you in, give you some background on all the bits and pieces when it comes to cryptocurrency. I know it was quite rushed, but if you want to know more, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll add a little more detail in the coming videos, and also talk about other altcoins that you guys may be interested. Don't forget to check out the crypto.com debit card that you can get by clicking on the links in the description down below. Stake your cryptocurrency, your stable coins, for up to 12%, actually 20% returns, but for the stable coins, up to 12% interest per annum paid weekly. I'll leave that there with the affiliates and all those sort of updates when it comes to those things. You can catch me on Instagram. Stick around, subscribe, get this video to 250 likes, please. If you want to see more cryptocurrencies on the channel, let me know in the description down below. But stick around for more. I've got live streams coming up with all of this financial stuff. Subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you get notified. Like it up, subscribe. See you guys at the next video. And until then, have more fun to get more done. Peace out.